Hey guys, so this is part 3 of the card reviews. Uh, this time I have quite a few more cards. Okay, to start we have Volcanosaur, 7 mana, 5/6, Battlecry, get 2 adapts. I will display the possible adapts on the screen now. Most of the adapts are pretty decent. There is a decent chance to get 2 of the good ones, like for example Flaming Claws and Rocky Carapace, well, whatever. Uh, that will give you that will make this minion a 7 mana 8/9. Those are some pretty good stats for a 7 mana creature, that's obvious. Still, this card is way too random. I don't think it will see too much play. Hydrologist, 2 mana 2/2, discover a secret. Usually when when a card generates a card or draws a card, the stats are pretty weak, like a 1/1, a 1/2, but this card has 2/2, which makes it a lot better. I'm sure this card will see a lot of play, at least in the secret heavy decks. Mirage Collar, 3 mana 2/3, summon a 1/1 copy of a friendly minion. Obviously this card has some bad stats, but the effect more than compensates if it hits a good death rattle. Again, Priest gets pretty good cards, and in the end I think it from the worst class it's gonna become the best class. Okay, next up we have Vilespine Slayer, 5 mana 3/4 combo, destroy a minion. Other than the fact that this is a combo effect, this card is amazing. It's like Assassinate, but you get a minion out of it. And rogues can easily combo late game minions. Yeah, this card is pretty freaking good. Mana Treant, 2 mana 2/2, Death Rattle, gain an empty mana crystal. Okay, why would anyone run Wild Growth anymore? Since this card gives a 2 mana body, 2/2 body, with the same effect and the same cost. Yes, you won't get to use immediately the mana, but still, you can stay on tempo. Gentle Megasaur, 4 mana 5/4. Battlecry, adapt your Murlocs. Again, I'll put the adaptations on the screen. This card is obviously good in Murloc decks, and this expansion has been pushing a lot of Murloc cards. I'm guessing Blizzard is trying to make a Murloc meta, and it might just work. The card's got a lot of support. Living Mana, 5 mana spell. This card is an interesting one. Destroy your mana crystals to summon 2/2 bodies, and when they die, you get the mana back. This card seems crazy, but not really, because if you're against the Silence Priest and he uses a mass Dispel, then you lose all your mana crystals. Lost in the Jungle, 1 mana spell, summon 2 tokens. It's alright. This card I like about the expansion. 1 mana, 1/1 Molten Blade. This card is a weapon, and the effect of and it has the effect of Shifter Xeris, but for weapons. You can easily get a Grow Howl or a True Silver, so I like this card. Still has a lot of RNG though. The Marsh Queen. This is a quest. You have to play 7 1-cost minions, and the reward is Queen Carnessa. She's a 5 mana 8/8, and you shuffle 15 1 mana 3/2 Battlecry Raptors, then draw a card. Wait, I said it wrong. Never mind. You get what I mean. This is a pretty fucking insane card. You get to swarm the board with raptors. Still, the queen is pretty difficult because you have to play 1/4 of your deck. And they all have to be 1 mana creatures. Corrupting Mist, 2 mana, corrupt every minion. This is a removal with a delay. Corruption is a bad card. So if you make it... So I don't think this card will be any better because it doesn't fix any of the drawback of the corruption card. You still have to wait a whole turn and that turn might be fatal. Gluttonous Ooze, 3 mana, 3/3, destroy your opponent's weapon and gain armor equal to the attack. I don't think this card is better than playing your Ooze, your normal Ooze. I'd still run the normal Ooze. The reason is you have to pay 1 extra mana for 1 health of the minion and to gain 2 or 3 armor on average. It's not a big deal. Mana Bind, 3 mana, secret. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, add a 1-cost copy to your hand. Yep, this is another mage secret. It looks like the old priest, the new mage. Steal everything, copy everything. I have so many recordings that are failed on how to say this card. Stone Shaper. I don't know why that's so difficult to say. 5 mana, 3/5. If you play an elemental last turn, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. It's basically like Tastingo, Shieldmaster, if you know which card I'm talking about. But but with the Divine Shield. And yeah, Divine Shield on Taunt is pretty freaking annoying, especially with good stats. Warden, 5 mana, 3/5, draw 2 cards that are 1-cost minions. This card is helpful for the Marsh Queen quest. Nothing much to say really. Crystalline Oracle, 1 mana, 1/1 elemental. Death Rattle, copy a card from your opponent's deck. This is not a bad 1-drop. It will see a lot of play because it generates a card. And for priest that's pretty valuable. And last but not least, Hemet, Jungle Hunter, 6 mana, 6/6, Battle Cry. Destroy all cards in your deck that cost 3 or less. I like the outfit, by the way. At first glance, this card has a drawback, but if you consider it for a bit, this guy will prevent you from drawing any minions that are below 3 mana. So it's late game minions for the most part. Yes, this card accelerates fatigue, but still, it's a pretty freaking insane card. And once you complete the quest for the Marsh Queen, you can just drop him, destroy all the minions, 1-cost minions in your deck. Just play 1 normal minion, a 1-cost minion from your hand, and you'll fill up your deck again. Still, insane card. Evolving Spores, 4 mana spell. Again, I will display the adaptations on screen. This card is horrible. It's a win more card. And as we all know, win more cards are not played. Because first of all, you have to have a full board. Second, you have to have good RNG to make those cards even better than they already are. And generally, if you're losing and you draw this card, you're just concede, because you're not gonna win. And it's not worth playing on 2 or 3 minions. Light Fuse Stegodon, 4 mana, 3/4, adapt your tokens. This card is great. We have been missing a token buffing card for a very long time, since Goblins versus Gnomes, I think. This card, I hope it sees a lot of play because in my opinion, it has great potential.